Mr. Jokanovic is no longer the manager of Sheffield United Football Club.
I've never known a press conference like it, or such a
dictatorship. So all this money that we haven't got for transfers, we've spent it on sacking Slav. Here's the chairman. He sounds like fucking Chairman Mao.
What kind of chairman of a football club comes out with, I don't care, I don't live in Sheffield, I have nothing to do with football.
Fucking skint bellends will come in and thought you can do what you want, and look how well it's working.
Bramall Lane used to be a fortress, people used to hate coming to it, and now they come thinking, oh, we're going to get something here.
I'm behind team and I'm behind Heckingbottom. I'm behind staff that work behind the scenes at club that aren't board members. I'm behind fucking groundsmen. I'm behind fucking people who work at ticket office. I'm behind people who work at media department who've got to try and spin this shit, otherwise they'll lose their job. I'm behind everybody who works at that club. Anybody higher up than a manager, they can fuck off.
All possession,
yeah.
Just nothing created.
Nope.
Same old, same old.
McCabe's no better. I'm not a McCabe supporter. It was like picking which bollock I wanted lopping off. It were. Do I want Abdullah or do I want McCabe? Oh, which bollock can I live without? Welcome to Beer and Breakfast, your matchday morning build-up show, which this week will cover a lot more than just your matchday morning build-up. Before anything fucking starts, cheers.
I think we need this.
Yep. I hate them glasses. I always fucking spill everything.
You should drink it too fast.
I mean, I drink it too fast.
Trying to show off.
I'm trying to get drunk to do this shit. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Jono.
And in case you've been living under a rock, you must know by now that Mr. Jokanovic is no longer the manager of Sheffield United Football Club. Mr. Heckingbottom is in charge. Mr. Jokanovic has left. We've had the press conference from hell.
That was torture.
Oh, mate, honestly, this club is testing people. Let's put it that way, shall we?
I've never known a press conference like it, or such a
dictatorship.
It's just... I don't know, I just can't get my head around it.
Anyway, let's look into what we've actually got coming up today.
We have the Slavgate reactions.
Including reactions from the fans.
The Reading recap.
A look at Bristol City.
This week, this or that.
Predictions for Sunday.
And plenty more.
We've no Danny this week. He decided to have the week off because he just can't face this shit. As I've been saying for a while, I'm not sad that he's gone, if I'm honest with you.
No, I'll agree with that. I'm not sad to see him go. I'm sad to what's happened after he's gone.
Yeah.
In such a short space of time. This is obviously premeditated,
yeah.
And it has been for a while by the looks for it.
Well, we knew it were coming last week. We recorded 2 different shows because we knew it were coming.
Yeah.
People are going to go, well, he's a good manager, he's got this track, but he was never going to get the players he wanted. This whole situation's proved that.
It's blatantly lied to.
Yeah, blatantly lied to. So, in the sense where I say I'm not sad to see him go, I don't think he can work with what he's got available to him, and that's why I'm not sad to see him go.
No, he's not one that's going to develop sort of players like Wilder did.
No.
If he brought his own players, I think it could have been
maybe
a lot better, and it could have worked. Obviously, we're not going to know now, are we?
Well, if some boats, we're never going to happen. Rumours going round in the press, obviously, that he, same as last week, came in for a meeting. He's reiterated he wants back in January. The royal dictatorship has told him absolutely not and decided to call it quits. So all this money that we haven't got for transfers, we've spent it on sacking Slav. What
contract did he get when he first signed? A 3-year contract?
Something like that.
After 5 months, sack him.
It's great.
It just doesn't make sense, does it?
No, they brought him in as a statement piece to kind of slide Heckingbottom in the back door. Was it? To me, it seems like an expense they knew they were going to pay unless something happened.
I just don't know.
It's alright though, because Prince will go on another YouTube channel and he'll spin a load of shit and everybody will suck up his ass. He's a wanker. The board's full of wankers and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of being political.
Full of lies at the moment. And I think they've proven that with some of the comments. I mean, some of the quotes I've seen from that press conference.
Oh, it's mad. Absolutely mad. I know where people are going to fuck it. People still spunk up wall with Chris Wilder and saying, oh, look how much he spent on transfers. One, you're either a div. And I'm not scared to say it. You probably don't subscribe to the channel anyway. You'd probably click and see what I say. And a lot of them do. A lot of them watch videos but don't subscribe. And they do it just to fucking have a go about what I say. Bollocks to you. If you do watch the channel, you do support us and you disagree, I apologise. Not because you disagree. I apologise that I'm not being very tactful. But I've had enough. If you don't subscribe to the channel and you just come in to complain, fuck off.
And subscribe.
But no, it's all bollocks. I feel sorry for guys on Sheffield United way, on good faith. They took him in and they got sucked in by that fucking spin.
I think we all did, actually. I mean,
Oh, did I fuck?
Well, I didn't think that I would. But I thought it was a decent interview.
No, it was a really good interview.
They asked the questions that I thought were pretty decent. And he gave the answers, to be honest, what we all wanted to hear. And
of course he did. He's never going to go out there and tell the truth, is he?
No.
But that's why I feel sorry for Nick and Al, because they've put a lot of work into that. And it's a really good setup from Nick and Al. I love what they do on YouTube. There's no rivalry there. They're two good fucking lads.
Yeah.
And he's sucked him in. He's sucked him into that spin and he's used them as a platform to push his own message. Because he knew shit like this could happen further down the road. He's a prick. Prince prick. Anyway.
No more Jaeger bombs for you.
Let's go to let's go to the actual press conference itself, shall we?
Let's go for it.
I'm not a football man. Well, great. Let's be chairman of a football club when you're not a football man. Genius.
I'm just going to get this that Adam sent me. This is a quote from
Chairman Youssef.
Paul will be the club's football manager. I am told this is not a title that will go down well here. I don't care. I am not from Sheffield and I am not a football man. I am the chairman. We are not going to discuss the plan here. The focus is on football. Prince Abdullah has been the face of the club and will no longer be the case. You won't see much of me either.
You're right, he is the chairman. He sounds like fucking Chairman Mao.
What kind of chairman of a football club comes out with, I don't care, I don't live in Sheffield, I have nothing to do with football. He just sounds an absolute prick.
He is an absolute prick. And I can't get into too many details, but because I'll end up getting a fucking defamation lawsuit for the thing. But I know people at the club who fucking aren't happy with this Youssef guy because he treats them like shit.
I just don't understand how we can have somebody in charge of a football club who has no knowledge of football.
The goal of this wanker to come out and just dictate to us as though we've got to sit and take it. This isn't Saudi Arabia, mate. You're not the royal family of Sheffield United. You're not royal family of Sheffield. You're some fucking skint bellends who come in and thought you can do what you want. And look how well it's working. Since they've took sole control at the club, and McCabe's no better. I'm not a McCabe supporter. It was like picking which bollock I wanted lopping off. It were. Do I want Abdullah or do I want McCabe? Oh, which bollock can I live without?
Well, we don't live with McCabe. I think it was just a new era with the Prince, weren't it? And
look how fucking well it's going.
It were all going smoothly, weren't it?
No, it weren't.
It was at the start.
We were still on the momentum. Then COVID came in. And then we had the Villa game. You're telling me since that Villa game it's looked well?
No, of course it's not.
It had what, before COVID, a month of being in sole charge?
Who knows what could have happened without COVID? I don't know. It's
the same shit, Jono. Even if we'd have finished like in fucking Champions League, you think he's going to get his fucking empty wallet out for anybody to sign decent players? Oh, but look what fucking transfer fees we spent on Brewster and all them. What wages are we paying him? Fuck all. Sorry, I'm going to try and be less ranting. I'm not. I'm really not.
Get off your chest, John.
I am. It's just take over for a second. What? Some more bullet points from that presser.
The £50 million on facilities.
Oh.
What on earth have they spent that on? I'm pretty sure what Norwood said in press not long ago that it's still not being fixed.
Weren't Slav pissing off under 23s because he kept having to nick their training equipment?
I heard something about that. I know it's just where they break these numbers are. I don't know. I thought £430 million is spent.
And no one's gone to any other clubs though. Remember. Despite the fact today, the three pillars One of them includes building United. Well, fuck United World. We don't give two fucks about some League 2 Belgian shit, some Saudi club that's like a fucking conference team in fucking hotter weather. We don't give a fuck. We're Sheffield United fans. We don't give a monkeys about these other foreign pieces of shit clubs that are going to do fuck all, bring in fuck all, and be nothing but a drain on us.
Exactly what McCabe do, ain't it, with Chengdu Blades?
Chengdu Blades, Ferencváros. What else were there? Fucking...
It was just irrelevant to our football club, weren't it? Looks good for the business, or the United world, whatever you want to call it. It's no good to us.
I'm just pissed off, mate. I'm not a huge Slav fan, but I never got to see the best of him, and that's what's more annoying.
They've done dirty on him, and now we...
Oh, another one, but this one will be Slav. What Slav done wrong this time? That they'll be called under the same fucking cast as Wilder. And as much as I think Wilder were a better manager than Slav, it's a case of we never got to see the best of Slav. But this will be Slav's fault, somehow.
All right, yeah, we're not had the season we all wanted, but you've got to give managers time. And he's a decent manager, he's proved it in the past with his own players. Yeah. Surely it were worth giving him some funds in January and seeing what he could do. But obviously they don't want to win, they want to go for a cheaper option of a 4-year contract.
4 years! 4 fucking years!
Well done to Stuart McCall, and I'll I do like Stuart McCall.
I like Stuart McCall. I also like Jack Leslie. I also like Paul Heckingbottom as an under-23s coach.
I just think, I don't know, it's just...
You think you class him as a yes man, don't you?
Not as a yes man, but I think he's slimy as how he's got into his position as he is. This is premeditated. He was going to be in charge before, and I don't know.
Well, so he's
just been waiting for his downfall and for that opportunity to jump in.
You think at the end of last season they told you, look, you are going to be manager.
Yeah.
Just get time.
Yeah.
Possibly. We can't comment on whether that's true or not. Just something like that.
Well, no, it's my opinion.
You've got some more quotes for us. This one's something, because they seem to have picked all the best bits for the United Twitter page, and even they weren't
Whoever's
good.
in charge of Twitter page, I think he's feeding us this just to annoy us, to be honest with you.
Oh, mate, because the United one, they usually try and sugarcoat it, don't they? But there were no sugarcoating this fucking monstrosity.
So, at the moment, we aren't happy with results, are we? Under Jokanovic, which rightly so. So, usually when your results aren't going away, you do get sacked.
Yeah, I can see that.
But this quote, Paul won't be judged on what happens on a Saturday afternoon. So if we lose 7-0, it doesn't matter.
Bet
it will be judged on how good the football department is. What does he mean by department? Does that mean he's got to bring up young players and sell them off, and that's for no money?
Football department, right? No, we're a football club. The main bread and butter of anything we do is football. Not the international overseas fucking foreign club department, not the fucking commercial department, not the ticket department. They are big parts of the football, but none of that works unless the football department is succeeding. Fucking
How
dickheads.
can he not be judged on results? A manager's job is to get results and the best out of the players.
Bring back fucking Warnick. So this is a brilliant quote. This is a lovely one. We got around 273 million from the TV revenue in 4 seasons. We spent or invested 430 million. 130 in transfers, 200 on first team. Pretty sure that's the same fucking thing, isn't it?
Probably on wages, isn't it?
I absolutely fucking doubt it, knowing our wage bill. But anyway, we'll let that slide. 50 million on facilities, already touched on that. Must be the most expensive vending machine in the fucking world. £50 million vending machine.
Well, it serves caviar.
50 million operational costs. Well, we've got other clubs to prop up, despite what he might fucking lie to us and say. And then he says, we will invest and spend more, for sure. 10 minutes later, Heckingbottom. No, I don't expect I'll get any money in transfer window. You can't fucking write it. These cunts don't have a clue. Oh, it's not a PG show this week, by the way. These cunts don't have a clue. There's bills not being paid at the football club. There's fucking people furious at the working conditions. The team's not happy. The fucking supporters aren't happy. And do you know why we're not happy? Because these fucking clowns are running the club into bastard ground.
I think we're not happy because we just don't know what's truth, what's not, and what they are actually doing.
We know what truth is. Exact opposite to everything they fucking say. Even like you've got fucking, is it Matty Fitzpatrick? He's come out. He's just like, are people awake yet to what's been fucking done at this club? It's mad. It's maddening.
We've gone downhill fast, haven't we?
Oh, mate.
We've become a laughing stock.
I was saying on Twitter earlier, somebody said, oh, it's funny how quick the shit times return for Sheffield United. I don't call them shit times, I call it normal times. Yeah, we've returned to normal. Normality is back.
Fair enough, he's brought back the normal Sheffield United, hasn't he?
Colin Bossy in disguise. It's like kids who grew up only at Wilder era. Welcome to your dad's and your granddad's generation of Sheffield United. Because this is not getting any better anytime soon, is it?
No.
Elon Musk, save us. It's fucking
This time next year we might be like in top 6 at Premier League and we're like egg on his face as Heckingbottom's.
I'll take it.
I wouldn't mind being wrong about something like that. I just don't like the direction we're going in at the moment.
What direction?
Well, there's only one direction so far. I mean, I might be wrong, and I'm not saying I'm not going to give Heckingbottom time. I wish him all the luck in the world.
Don't blame Heckingbottom.
I don't blame him. I think he might have got into the job a bit slimy sort of way. I wish him all the best. He didn't do too bad of a job when he took over after Wilder.
No, didn't. He did what he could with what were available.
Yeah, and this sort of league might suit it, but I don't know. Time will tell. I'm just not happy of how the situation has gone and how quickly he's been appointed.
Yeah, it's fucking madness. I'm behind team and I'm behind Heckingbottom. I'm behind staff that work behind the scenes at club that aren't board members. I'm behind fucking groundsmen. I'm behind fucking people who work in ticket office. I'm behind people who work at media department who've got to try and spin this shit, otherwise they'll lose their job. I'm behind everybody who works at that club and don't take a share. Anybody higher up than that, anybody higher up than a coach, anybody higher up than a manager, they can fuck off. And that's the last bit I've got to say about it.
So what are you trying to say, Johnny?
I don't quite know how else to get my fucking point across. We've discussed on who has our support and who doesn't. As soon as Slav walked, Heckingbottom were put in charge. Now, in an ideal world with a different board and not a knee-jerk reaction or a plan already made, would we have picked Heckingbottom? Let's find out in an house. Let's find out in an house. Let's find out in a now. Let's find out in a nice, rousing game of.
You need me this week because he's not here, don't you?
I do.
This or that.
Okay, rules are simple. The best game show in the world. Jono loves it.
I love it now. I'll get to say it.
Given an ideal world, would we have had Heckingbottom as manager? Or would we have given him till end of season? Or would we have just gone out and got a Daniel Farke or somebody else like that? Or would you have stuck with Heckingbottom? Heck yes? Or heck no?
Heck no! Heck no!
So not even as an interim manager?
Give him a couple of games. But I just cannot see him being the future manager. Not against him.
Yeah, he's a great under-23s coach.
Yeah, right. What he's doing with under-23 is an absolute grand job. I know he wants to go further. I can't fault him for that. He wants first-team football. He wants to be the manager.
He's never done well anywhere apart from Barnsley.
Yeah, he's...
Even Hibs.
Prove me wrong, Hecky. Prove me wrong.
Oh, God, yeah. 100%. If you prove me wrong, happy days, mate.
I just think... I said a few weeks ago when we heard a few rumours of him going, I wanted Falk. I know people don't like him because he was from Norwich, but he did it on a shoestring, played decent football. And I just think he's the type of manager United should have been going for. That's all I can say. I mean, but good luck to Eck. It's just not my choice.
I don't even need it. Just no. Just no.
Not even get a heck no.
Heck no. Heck no! Just no.
You're going to break that one of these weeks.
Just no. Brilliant under-23s coach. I wouldn't even give him interim job.
Not even interim?
No, wouldn't even give him interim job. Just no.
So you won't give him a 4-year contract?
No. No.
A 4-year contract?
4-year contract. I'm still trying to grasp my head around this. Get Jägers in. I just see it as so many steps backwards. People go, well, he got 3 wins in Premier League. What did he fucking do? Do you know what I mean?
That's not going to help us now. It's just...
Oh, there was somebody who turned around and said he got as many wins in the season as that season as he did as Wilder. Oh, did he get as many wins in Premier League as Wilder? Well, no, because he didn't. Oh, fuck off, mate. It's bollocks. He's not first team manager material in my eyes. Prove me wrong. I'd be happy for you too. If we fucking have a staunch rise, I'll still get Bud zero fucking credit because I still think they're robbing bastards.
I do think players will be happier with Heckingbottom in charge.
Yeah, I do. 100%.
Without a doubt. I think they respect him a lot. I do think they might run through walls for him.
No.
Are you not?
No. Not at all.
I might disagree with that one. I do think they'll up the game for him.
Some younger players might.
Well, I'd rather have an Ndiaye that's going to score goals for Heckingbottom. He knows how to use him. Proven that.
In under 23s, it's a different game, isn't it?
He come into the first team and looked like a world beater.
He did against Peterborough.
Peterborough's better than an under 23 bleeding Oxford United, isn't it?
Don't think so, mate. If you want me to be honest, no. Ndiaye's an amazing player and he's going to be brilliant for us in time.
I just think he'll be better at using players. I know this is why they brought him in, because he's going to use the under 23 players.
No, they brought him in because he'll play a 3-5-2 and he's a yes man.
The Slavs all board want a 3-5-2, don't they?
They do, because that's what we've got players for. They're built to that system. They want Chris Wilder without the Chris Wilder. It's what they want. They want Chris Wilder without the...
I'd have the journey without Chris Wilder, but...
they want...
But you need a Chris Wilder for that, I'm sorry.
They want the Chris Wilder without the Chris Wilder personality. And they're never going to get it. I'm sorry. It just don't work like that. And especially when you're a fucking Chairman Mao communist dictator.
So they actually think Heckingbottom is a yes man, Chris Wilder?
Yeah, of course they do. So they wanted from the fucking get-go. Anyway, heck no. Moving on.
Well, this week's this or that. Well, let us know what you think in the comments. Are you happy with Heckingbottom? Would you like somebody else? Something like that.
Was it a 4-year deal or was it an end-of-season job? Or would you have just gone straight for a new manager? Let us know in comments. Because this isn't just what we think. We're unlucky enough to have enough spare time on a fucking match day morning, because it's definitely live, to record these videos for you. Everything we say isn't gospel. My opinion don't matter more than your opinion. So let us know in comments what you think. I'm still right, though. I'm joking. I'm not joking. Reading recap. It seems inconsequential. It already did at the time because of the John Fleck situation. Get well soon, Flecky. What a fucking legend you are, mate.
Yeah, love to see you. You got out of hospital same Saturday night, weren't it? Or morning after, brilliant. Yeah. And yeah, we're worrying. To be honest, we didn't actually see second half.
One thing I'm going to say on this is people need to stop using it as a political thing. Oh, fucking COVID jabs, fuck off. Bloke's had a fucking incident on pitch.
Well, we don't even know if he's had a COVID jab.
I know, we don't give a fuck about your political bollocks. Leave that to the side. All I give a fuck about is John Fleck being well and good.
Exactly.
To me, it looked like he maybe had an epileptic fit. He had that mystery illness a while back. Maybe he's got epilepsy that we don't know about. It could be anything. We don't know. It's pure speculation.
But yeah, we'll get well soon, Fleck. Yeah,
that's all I give shit about. Get well soon, you fucking Scottish hero. We all love you, pal. Apart from that, Reading game, I don't think we were that good. We had a great first 5 minutes and then it was nah.
Too poor team. Like I said, I didn't see second half. Believe it or not, we're actually playing football.
Are you free on Sunday?
What a front sort of first half, all possession, just nothing created,
nope. Same
old.
First 5 minutes looked really good.
Yeah, commentators I think were...
spunking.
They were thinking, oh, old Sheffield United's back. No, it was just, I can't remember a chance, to be honest with you.
No, there were a few corners, a few whipping crosses. It was funny because about 10 minutes before Bogle scored, he did something and it was terrible. Well, for fuck's sake, Bogle.
And then he goes
and fucking scores. Typical, isn't it?
Brilliant finish from him. Right cross from McGoldrick.
Dids is frustrating as fuck, man.
That's what I mean. Let him cross him in. Let him assist.
Yeah.
Just don't let him shoot.
He's frustrating as fuck because he'll have a game where he's quiet and then he'll put all the assists in, or he'll have a game where he's really loud and everywhere and amazing. And we'll draw 0-0 or lose 1-0. It's so frustrating.
He's better at creating, not finishing.
I don't know, that first season Championship, he seems to have lost his confidence since then, doesn't he?
How though, when even first season at Premier League, he were amazing, even though he weren't scoring.
Yeah.
He were amazing for us.
Yep.
But he weren't scoring.
No, because
he doesn't need to score. I know he wants to score, but he needs to concentrate more on what he was doing in that first year at Premier League. Yeah. He were amazing.
He weren't getting into some positions that he's in this season, would he?
No.
He was more of a supporting player, like you're saying. And now he's leading as a frontman again. When he gets forward as a frontman and talking, it doesn't work.
I mean, I know he wants to score goals.
Of course he
and
does.
He's frustrated that he's not scoring goals. But I just think his best position is not scoring goals, but creating.
But let's admit it, every time Didsy puts ball in back at net, how fucking big it's smile on our faces. Because we love the bloke.
And he's smiling all.
Oh,
He's
mate.
got a great smile on him.
Apart from when he does his eagle, he frowns like... I ain't got arms nowhere near as big as yours, Dids. I'm not even trying to step up, mate. But no, I love seeing him score, but I prefer it when he doesn't have to miss 5 to score one. I prefer it, like you said, when he's setting them up, when he's being creative, and he's allowed to thrive doing what he does.
We're
best.
happy with him doing that, but he's not. So
no one is a striker.
Unfortunately, we're not going to come to a compromise with that.
But you can understand it. That's his job. He's a born striker.
Yeah, he is.
And he's got his own standards. He sets
But I just
himself.
think creating chances, assisting goals is just as important as scoring goals.
Of course I do. And if he went
I know you don't get this hero for it, but
if he didn't class himself as a striker, if he classed himself as a playmaker, he'd be happy with doing that.
he would, yeah.
But he's not.
I mean, we remember him for that first year in Premier League as well.
Yeah.
From not even scoring. So that is when he's at his best. We remember you for that. Continue with that first.
Further team news, obviously, we don't know how long Fleck's out for. So we'll not even touch that one, I don't think. That's not worth getting into. I'll leave that to the medical staff at the club and hope that he gets better, because football aside, that goes deeper than football. Sander Berger, we're back on the bench, a player that not many people seem to like, but we do.
I can see why not.
Get him in the team. Play him.
He could make the difference. You could have been still in a job if he were fully fit.
Play him. That's all I've got to say is play him.
If he's fully fit, you've got to start him, especially now that Fleck's out as well.
Yeah.
And it might give a chance for Luke Freeman to have a game.
Maybe I could.
It might be nice to see him.
Rather than having the two sitting holding playmakers, you've got time to expand now. You could have Freeman. He's not exactly box to box, but he can push on a bit more forward in that centre midfield role, especially if we're going back to a similar old system.
Oh, it's definitely going to be 3-5-2.
Yeah, I reckon
Definitely.
so. I reckon so.
But Stephen's got a lot of stick for his last game.
I don't think he was that bad. He just weren't that good either.
Yeah, I feel people said playing this system it would suit Ben Osborne, that left back. But I am not for that.
No, I am not about that life.
I am not. I don't like to see Osborne left wing back, but
no, I'm not about that life. I don't like to see Ben Osborne starting.
Yeah, I do.
I like him as a sub.
But when he's played well, he looks amazing.
I like him as a sub.
But it's like 1 in 4 games that he plays amazing.
Yeah.
So
I like him as a sub.
I like Sharp as a sub bit. I get ridiculed for that and all.
I'm coming more round to that now. I'm coming more round to the idea of Sharpie being a sub. Now we're going back to the old shape.
It's me done for the day.
But not at the rate we're going at the minute, because we haven't got any more forwards that are fit. Have we? Let's be honest.
Well,
If we're playing two up front.
or starting him in under 23s.
Yeah, no. That was a shocker, that. I don't see why Norrington Davis were under 23s. He set up the goal for Dundee as well in that game.
Go figure.
And people slated Dundee.
I was like, hold on, Heckingbottom, we'll give you 2 players, see what you can do with him, because you'll be playing with him next week in first team.
Please don't say playing with him. That sounds wrong when it used to be youth team manager. Other team news, O'Connell's obviously out until end of time. Or until they pay him off for retirement or some shit like that. Norwood's obviously back. Horahan, he'll probably be the one who steps in, won't he?
Another thing, where does this leave Godiora? Slav's love child. Is he playing?
I don't think he is, mate, no. I don't think he is.
Dear me.
Oh, great signing that. But nobody will mention that, will they?
I'm going to start Guardiola on me. I'd start him, definitely.
Pep. You're going to start Pep. Pep is playing in midfield. Bristol City.
Bristol City. I always remember them as a bogey team to us.
Yeah, we're going to head-to-head a bit later.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at, obviously, how they're doing. Let's have a look at the last 4 games and their leading score and all that shit. So, Bristol City's last 4 games, obviously they beat Stoke other night. 1-1 draw with Blackburn. Coventry lost 3-2 to Coventry. 10-man Coventry.
10-man Coventry, yeah.
And how did they do before that, Jono?
Absolutely got paced by Birmingham.
Birmingham.
Leading goal scorer with 7 goals is Vyman. It is Vyman, isn't it?
Vyman.
Actually, I do rate. He's a good striker, actually. And I'm surprised he's been at Bristol that long, actually.
Yeah, I am. He's a good player. Getting on a bit now. Yeah, I keep expecting him to be like in his mid-20s or something.
Is he on a bit now?
I think he's like 29.
If that's on a bit, Jesus. Well, it is for a footballer.
It is for a footballer.
Just got to put that bit in.
I could be wrong. He could still be quite young, but he seems to have been around for that long.
Yeah, he has. Well, it's nice to see a decent player like that sticking it at one club.
Yeah, it is. Looking at Bristol's team, they're not really setting world alight. But do you have to set world alight to play well or beat us nowadays?
No, I think every team at the moment has fancied the chances. I mean, I think we've had more points on road now, haven't we, than at home? And which is it's bad in it.
That is bad. That's a shocker. That's one thing we always had with his home for.
I think we said it a few weeks ago. Bramall Lane used to be a fortress. People used to hate coming to it, and now they come thinking, oh, we're going to get something here.
We know the system already. It's fucking preemptively been warned to us. Who'd you start?
First of all, like we said earlier, if Sanders fit, straight in there.
Yeah, me and all. I'd stick with Fotheringham, whether Olsen's fit or not.
Yeah, I would, definitely. Back three, I don't think you can really change that.
No.
I'd still keep Stevens in. I think that's a decent one at the back. Bogle or Baldock.
I don't know. I
don't think I'm right bothered, to be honest with you.
I could take or leave both of them.
Yeah,
Roof and Tammy are going to kill me for saying I could take or leave George Baldock because I
can't play somebody for the looks, or I'd get played.
For Wentworth Blind School. I could take or leave either, and they both got the good points, both got the bad points. If you could get Kieran Freeman,
the White Cafu,
mix his attacking play with Baldock's defensive play, you'd have one fucking hell of a player.
Who wouldn't play for United?
He would go to Newcastle. Fucking hell.
As we were saying, midfield, I think Norwood, Berg. I'm going to give Freeman a chance.
I can see that. I don't think that's a will play, but I could see that working. I think it's going to be Norwood, Hurren and Connor.
That's him.
And I think he's going to play Gibbs White in front of them two. I think that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's
going to do. Not having a flat three?
No, I don't think he will. And then I think he's going to go for Undai and Sharp up front. What about you?
I'd like that. I can't see that though.
Who do you think he's got? No, who do you want him to play in midfield for three? Who do you think he's going to play?
I do think he'll play Gibbs White in midfield instead of Freeman. I can't see Freeman starting. No. I'd like to see him play. And I think it'll be Sharp and McGoldrick up front.
Very possibly.
I think that's what he's going to play.
As McBurney's...
His isolation's up, but he'll not be fit enough because he's not been training. So there's no way he's going to play.
He was meant to be nice.
We forgot about the Moose.
The Moose, I don't think he'll be fit.
Shock.
So McBurney was meant to be in isolation. The same day they announced that on Slav's presser, this kid got a photo with him at that training ground, and he also got pictures with Basham, Sharp, and a load of others. So much for isolation. This fucking club, I'm telling you. I can see him starting with Didsey and Sharp. It's not what I'd want him to start with. I think they worked well together with Duffy behind them, but other than that, I don't think they do. I think I'd love to see him start with Sharp and Dye, or maybe Moose and Sharp and bring Dye on, or vice versa.
I'd like to see Dye and Moose up front. Just and bring on Sharp later on.
Dids behind him. Dids behind. And nice. Dye and Sharp. And Dye and Moose. And Dye and Moose.
I just like Dye and Moose. Or Gibbs White just behind.
Ooh.
McGoldrick or Gibbs White, you can always change that.
Pardon me, I need to adjust my erection. I like that. I do like that. I still think we lose 2-1. We just ain't got luck. That fucking run needs to end. We need to start putting some fucking momentum together, don't we?
I don't know. I can just see a bit more high-tempo game from us, and I can see us doing well, actually, on Sunday.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I just think there might be a little bit more of a spring in the step. They'll be able to hear, actually, what manager's saying. Understand. I'm going to miss that.
I am.
That's the only thing I'm going to miss.
Yeah, that's what you think. But what do the fans think? Let's go and find out.
Hiya mate, hope we're all good. this is going to be a bit of a different video from what we're expecting. Wow, I mean, you know, I'm making a video here, so it's probably not the best thing to say, but I'm lost for words, to be honest with you. I'm a bit I'm shocked that we've actually sacked him. I think I called for it probably after the Blackburn game. That was sort of the final straw for me in terms of I didn't really think this manager was going to work. But that aside, I am so shocked that they sacked him after a win as well. I mean, if you're going to sack him after the Blackburn game, at least you had the international break to get an appointment. But I can't understand it, to be honest with you. I really can't understand it. And then the shit show that has followed the sacking. You know, I mean, where do you even start with all that? We'll start with the chairman. Never heard of him. Didn't even know he was chairman. And he's coming out saying he's not a football man. That honestly, if it could only happen to us. This, I mean, we've got a Saudi prince with no money. We've got a chairman that doesn't know about football, and now we've got Mr. Heckingbottom as manager. He's a nice bloke. I'm sure he is, and you know, having known a few people up at the academy, apparently he's a very nice man. But you know, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a very nice man. Was he the right man for Man United? No. Is Heckingbottom the right man for Sheffield United? Absolutely not, in my opinion. Done an alright job at Barnsley, I'll give him that. Went to Leeds, failed massively. Went to Birmingham, failed massively. And I know people might say he's done well with the 23s, but I think it's a case of with a 23s job, if you're dropping lucky of that crop of talent coming through. Yes, I'm not denying that he has probably developed certain players, but you know, you probably look at John Pemberton way back when he had that team, you know, of Maguire, Kennedy, Slew, etc. You know, people were calling for him to get the job, and you look and you look to what he's gone and done since, and it's nothing in management really. And I think Heckingbottom's in the same boat, and the one baffling, you can't blame Heckingbottom, by the way. I'll half back him. But to get a 4-year deal, I mean, what on earth are they playing at? Unless there's some sort of break clause, or if it doesn't work, you're back to the 23s clause in there. Why? I really don't get what this board are pissing about at the minute. I said it on one of your videos maybe 2 months ago now. I told the Prince to piss off, and I've still got the same message. You know, the Prince, Stephen Bettis, the Snake, this chairman guy who, I mean, it was like Ted Lasso, it was almost that bad. But yeah, going on to Sunday, I expect to win. I expect the new manager bounce, even though we got to win the other day. I do expect to win against a poor Bristol City team. I know they got a good result against Stoke the other night, but I'm expecting the continuation of the 5 at the back, and I'm expecting a comfortable 2-0 Sheffield United win.
What the bloody hell is going on at this club? Seriously, what a strange day. Like, I know there were people coming on and saying that, like, look, I'm not really sure where Jokanovic is going with us. A couple saying they wouldn't be bothered if he goes, and I understood that. While I didn't feel the same way, I completely understood it. But I really didn't expect the club to feel that way. I know there were rumours that after Blackburn they were getting a bit concerned. But yeah, off the back of 4 points, and I guess it was a pre-planned thing, as a lot of managerial decisions in modern football are now. But yeah, it came as a massive shock when I saw the news this morning. I actually found out I was leaving my flat, I was in a rush to be somewhere, and Harrison, who also comes on these videos, had sent me a meme about this fella potentially coming back, and I was just like, oh, I didn't really think anything of it. Then refreshed my Twitter feed and saw John Percy from the Telegraph reporting they looked like we were making parting ways with Jokanovic, and I just couldn't get my head around it really. Yeah, and if that wasn't shocking enough, then it seems like Heckingbottom's getting appointed, so I think, alright, Heckingbottom, that's fine, have him in as an interim. I'm absolutely fine with Heckingbottom as an interim. But then I see that the length of that contract. Why? Like, why have we given him a 4.5-year deal? He's not had a job permanently since Leeds. He's done great things with the academy, I won't fault him at all. And I don't think any of this is his fault, I'll back him. But that was just shocking to see. And then the press conference, it seemed, with each announcement, it seemed to piss off fans more, because the press conference was an absolute shambles, with the chairman saying, I'm not from Sheffield, I don't care. And then that's taken a bit out of context, but not really. It's, what message are they trying to send? And it basically, Heckingbottom said everything. The club wanted him to say, there's going to be no money spent in January. They're saying Jokanovic didn't match the vision. There clearly wasn't a vision then. They appointed Jokanovic because he seemed like the best option on paper, and it didn't work out. They panicked because he wanted money. and they've gone for a safe bet who's not going to ask for much. It screams of a club only going one direction, and that's backwards. But we'll have to see how it goes. I'll give Heckingbottom my full support, but I don't think any United fan can be being pessimistic at this point. Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got a game on Sunday. God knows. Come on, Blades, I guess.
Welcome to the Tufty Club, a part of Shoreham World. I'm Mark Webster, CEO, not the face of Tufty Club, and you won't see much more of me after this. This is David Beedham.
Oh, I'd like to think you see quite a lot more of me. What a great face I've got.
They're not faces you want to see, are they, to be honest?
No, they're not. My hair's shocking. I have put a retro shirt on because what I thought I'd do is go back to the... I was going to say go back to the days when we were shit, but that's pretty much every year, mostly. But particular era where we were crap with the fuzzy felt blades logo and we couldn't even get a sponsor. It feels like we're in that sort of crap spell again.
Yeah, just not very good and also no money. Yeah.
So we've sacked as manager
Again.
Yeah, and we got an Heckingbottom in
again.
Initial thoughts. Show me your anger. Show me your rage.
That's it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen it all before. I think we've just recorded a podcast about it, an hour of shoulder shrugging, and you said it at the start of that. It's like anger and all that sort of stuff. Because we've seen it all before. I was working. I was sat here at my computer working, and I was just like, oh, saw it on Twitter.
Yeah.
Gonna happen.
Do those noises.
It went a bit French, didn't it?
Careful, they'll transfer us to Châteauroux.
We'll be with the French leg of Shoreham World, will we?
Le Chat Club.
The Chat Club, yeah.
The majority of the opinions I've read on it are in synergy with our own, to quote our lineup I call them a lineup at the press conference today. They talked a lot about pillars. I think you called them the three pillars.
Yeah, the three pillars. Yeah, we're missing Andy tonight, so we're not the three pillars. But them three at the press conference, I mean, they might as well have been the three pillars because they just talked nonsense for ages, didn't they? Just management speak.
Yeah, he sort of tied himself in knots, old Yusuf. Very fetching Adidas sweater, but he sort of tied himself in knots, just going round and round in circles. It just didn't really make any sense. And I think we said on the pod, I'd have had more respect for him if they just said, look, we put a manager in, we thought he'd get more out of these players. We lied to him, we told him he got some money, he never had any money. Players were still shit, and we've been shit, and we've got rid of him. We thought we might as well go back to the guy we had before. I think it's gonna get worse before it gets better, and I don't think that's going to be like a few games. And I worry that the next 2 or 3 seasons, the amount of money that they've spent and wasted, having to somehow kind of stabilise. Those players are stuck with, and we're not going to get the money back on them. We are kind of recouping funds we've lost from. We didn't expect to go down like we did. We thought we were going to be there for a few years from how they spent. They wouldn't have spent that on Bruce and Berg if they didn't think that. It's going to be a rocky ride, I think, I'm afraid. And but what else have we had for being a Blades fan? It's corny to say it's never dull, but like it's almost now. It's like you can get shocks, United. Like you said, you just shrug. Like we've sacked. What we do now? It's just like okay.
We've done this crap. We're in this stage at cock-up now. It's like you've got known stages at cock-ups, and it's early days yet. We've said it before that we're in for a good few years of crap now, and this is just the start of it. We're going to go through a few managers. We're probably going to drop a bit lower. I'd love to think
marriages.
Pardon?
I thought you were going through a few marriages.
Well, managers is what I said.
Oh.
But maybe we will. I mean, it takes its toll. All these away trips to Crewe and stuff that we've got coming up.
We've got a game on Sunday. Was this meant to be previewing that?
This is previewing that, yeah. But I mean, yeah, it's all linked into it. We've got a new manager. He's going to come in. He's going to do exactly what he did a year ago. Well, not even a year ago, is it? Sort of 8 months ago. And he's going to play that formation. probably the same team virtually. And we might grind a few out. Sunday might be one of them.
Something to look forward to.
The unceremonious departure of Slavisa Jokanovic is just one of a catalogue of errors made by the hapless and uninspiring Sheffield United board. Where to begin with the errors they've made, why they've been in sole control, the Lundstrom contract debacle, the way that ran out, the way we dumped Wilder in a fashion only likened to a soap opera. Everybody knew days before official confirmation that he'd leave the club, problems with the training ground, contracts given out to players like Kean Bryan only to be rescinded later down the line, the long and drawn out process to appoint Slavisa Jokanovic when for months, well, weeks and almost months, he seemed like the clear target. Then when Slavisa Jokanovic comes in, I've spoken about it before on the channel, the lack of investment, not only the lack of investment but the lack of direction with the players we were trying to get in. It just seemed scattergun from the start, and then topped off today, and I was the first one to criticise the performance on Saturday. Yes, we got a point, but that's not really the sort of performance we're after. Same on Tuesday. Given the circumstances, I think it was a gritty 3 points, and defensively I think we looked much better, much more resilient. But really, it's come as a shock today, the sacking of Slavisa Jokanovic, and not only for Slavisa to go, but then for them to offer such a lengthy contract to Paul Heckingbottom. And no disrespect to Hecky, I think he did a good job last season. Well, in the circumstances he did a good job. I think it's been overestimated by the media and a lot of fans, the job he did. At the end of the day, some of the poorest performances that we had last season came under Heckingbottom, and I know he had his hands tied, but even so it deserves pointing out. I think a lot of the time football can be made complicated by idiots, and those 3 or 4 people sat at the table there at the press conference heavily fall under that bracket. You could tell straight from the start, as soon as anybody asked them any sort of probing question, they were struggling and they were just covering up with absolute bollocks, basically. And really, Prince Abdullah recently has done well by communicating with fan channels, communicating with the fans, and you think, oh, there must be a change ahead, there's going to be more communication, and that can only be considered as a good thing. But today that has all been undone, I believe. Putting out Youssef there, I mean, really shocking. If you wanted to get the fans on side from a PR perspective, him coming out and saying basically he's not a football man, nobody on the board is a football person, we don't understand it, we're just here to basically control the finances and look out for our self-interests and not the interest of the club, is basically the message I got.
So Slav's gone. Can't say I'm surprised. I think he's been on card. I think he sold a pup. Knows he's getting out in January, and basically football's been shit, so I don't think Board's that bothered either. Good result of the night. I thought the team did really well, particularly after Flake went off, and the move to 3 at back is working as always thought it would, with players we've got available. Still not so desire moving forward. Got to play 2 up top. Get anybody who will play 2 up top, because this slow, drab shit where other opposition just drop in is awful. So, am I bothered that he's gone? Not really, to be honest with you. Club's in a state, on and off pitch. Club is in a mess. But we move on to Bristol, another winnable game. Hopefully we can defend again, another clean sheet, but we can be better going forward, and football might become more entertaining. It is an entertainment business. We're not being entertained. Simple as.
I just wanted to I suppose yeah.
that's that ruined. So.
You mentioned earlier Bristol can be a bit of a bogey side for us. Let's have a look at last 4 games we played against them. Last one, we're in FA Cup, won 1-0.
Cup's don't really matter, does it?
Obviously, in Championship, lost 3-2 at home. Remember that game?
No.
I think we went 1-0 up and then they pegged 3 past us right on our as we were pushing for promotion. Thought they'd ruined party.
No.
You've deleted that from your memory banks. Then we lost 1-0 at their place, and season before we won 3-2 at their place in Championship.
I was here for that one. I remember that one.
Yeah, if you want to, this one's not on the screen, but before that we lost 2-1 to them at home. We do not have a very good league home record against these.
Guaranteed to win, then, aren't we?
Fuck's sake. Oh, everything is against us. Everything's against us.
Have a bit of faith.
Why?
Because that's all we can do.
That's all we've got left is faith, and even that's been tested and stretched. I don't know.
No, Bristol aren't no sparkling, and
no, I mean
they're not having the best of seasons.
They're not consistent. They're like right.
They never have been, have they, for years?
No, not since they came up from League One that year. You know, when they absolutely bossed it.
I think another couple of seasons ago, and they absolutely flying.
Throughout this video, Jono, for a little moment, a brief glimpse of time, there were 2 bears hiding.
Were they having a picnic?
Fuck off, Jono. There were 2 bears hiding somewhere on screen. If you're the first to see both little Sheffield United bears, about year big, wearing little Sheffield United shirts, hiding somewhere on screen, they've not been on the whole way through the video, so just
they popped up.
Watch carefully, because they'll be here every week, hiding somewhere.
But as long as nobody nicks them.
As long as nobody nicks them. You could be in with winning a prize if you find them.
What's the prize?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh.
We had prizes for quiz and nobody fucking won, so I drank all your prizes. So we'll have to think of some more prizes for bears. If you saw the 2 bears, leave it in the comments where they were, and we'll sort your prize out. It'll probably be some alcoholic.
Yeah, we'll buy you a pint in Clubhouse.
There you go. There you go. There's your prize. Speaking of prizes, we're not going to do a predictions league because we're so inconsistent. We can never tell what we're going to fucking do. But if you have to go out on a limb and pick a final score for the weekend, what would it be?
We're going to win 4-0.
No more Jaeger bombs for you.
I mean, everybody's just in disarray, and I think we're just going to absolutely have a blinding game. And everyone's just like, whoa, it's the best thing we've done forever.
We're just going to thrive in this fucking...
Yeah.
Everything's burning around us, and we're just going to thrive and come through and like, fuck the fire, kick the door down, score 4... No, we're going to lose 2-1, mate.
You're win for 2-1.
It's going to be exactly fucking same as it's been week in, week out. We're either going to go 1-0 up or pull it back to 1-0 and they're going to score it 90th bastard minute.
Yeah, we'll get 20 quid on 4-0.
Yeah, if you put 20 quid on 4-0 now, you've lost 20 quid. That's what will happen.
Yeah, you lost 20 quid, but you gained
bravery. Right, let's fucking wrap it up. We've whittled as much as we can. One last time, as a tribute to Slavisa Jokanovic. And up the blades. That sums up our fucking season. Like, subscribe, up the fucking blades.